Hi, I have been wanting to brew this Dragonwell green tea in a straight in a cup, drink it out of a cup ever since I did my first tasting video. You can go back and look at that. This is from Adagio, and I just thought it was so fun. And I've been looking for that perfect cup to buy myself, and I haven't found it. So I've got this one from Hawaii, and it has writing on it, and it's the best one I've got to work with it, and I'm just going to go with the flow. So here is my computer. Now I've looked this up so I could give you some examples. So this is how, this is off a Verdant Tea website. And so you see they've got tea, Dragonwell tea and trays there, a whole bunch of it. But this is how they drink the tea, Dragonwell. And you see, I'd love to have a cup just like that without writing. It's kind of straight up and down on the sides. And you can see the tea very well. Now I did find this website called Serious Eats, and they put it in a smaller cup, and I do have some like wine glass cups. Actually I have a cup just like that one, but it has lines, pretty gold lines on the sides, and I didn't think that would work well for the video either. But you notice how this doesn't stand up and down. Apparently these really long leaves, long flat leaves, you know, stand straight up and down, and I don't think that the smaller cups show that as well as like this one. And also see how it's separated, how they sink to the bottom. So down here on this one, it says 175 Fahrenheit. I've also read 80 Celsius, which is what I'm going to use. And take a pinch of tea and drop it in the glass, pour water on top, and then let the leaves sit anywhere for 30 seconds to a few minutes. Drink straight from the glass, filtering the leaves out through your teeth and refilling as necessary. So I kind of like the idea of a one glass brew and drink. So I found this website called Hello Teacup, and I absolutely love this, and I'm going to have to try this all 3 ways. So these are 3 ways you can brew Dragonwell. So Dragon in the Air is the first kind. Fill your cup with hot water first, and then add the tea leaves little by little, almost leaf by leaf. I mean, the calming effect of that, imagining just sitting and dropping the leaves in while you are allowed to be a thinker. I'm a thinker. I'm an analytical thinker, and allowing my mind to just wander and drift as I need to do in my introvertism. That just sounds so relaxing. But you can drop the leaf in, and the tea is like dragons flying in the air, and at last landing on the bottom. So yeah, just as in this picture, you see how they've slowly begun to land in the bottom. But in the beginning, they're like dragons up in the air. Number 2, dragon in the water. Fill your glass 1/3 of the way, and then slowly add the tea leaves, and then add the rest of the water. In this way, the tea's rolling in the middle of the cup is like dragons swimming in the water. I just have to see if these things work. I haven't never done this before, so you get to see it live. And then the third is dragons diving underwater. So first put the dry leaves in the glass, and then slowly add the hot water indirectly by first touching the walls of the teaware. So you kind of tilt the cup so that the water goes down the edges of the inside of the cup, is what this is saying. And the tea leaves are already in the bottom, and then they come up to the top like dragons diving in the deep sea. So I'm going to try these three. I guess I should start with number one, because this just sounds so fun. And I got my water ready. So we're going to fill the teaware with hot water and then add the leaves little by little. And we're going to watch the dragons fly and then sink to the bottom. Okay, and I don't have a whole lot of this tea left, so I may only have opportunity to do this 3 times. I'll be drinking a lot of tea. So I'm going to take my cup and go ahead and fill it with 80-degree water. I hope glass doesn't break, I guess, at 80 degrees Celsius. That's 175 Fahrenheit. So this is a lot of tea. I may have to have my husband help me drink it, because I'm going to drink 3 of these. So then I'm going to take my, I love looking at tea. There goes one. It's supposed to go straight up and down. They're kind of floating around in circles right now. This may take a while. I may have to speed up this part of the video. Cup is hot. Too hot to touch. We're not going down yet. I feel like I want to stir it. There it comes. Dragons flying in the air. There's one. It's starting to fly. It takes a few minutes. I think it takes more than 30 seconds. There's something floating down. Well, this is taking quite a while. Oh, there's one on the bottom. This is steeping quite a while. Dragons flying in the air. I can see we're slowly dropping more leaves in and them slowly falling down. Would be relaxing. Dragons flying in the air. I did it. How fun is that? Okay, I may have to get more Dragonwell. I can see I don't know if you can see it, but I can see the color of the tea coming out. It's getting that pale yellow. Some of it just stays at the top. It's been brewing for quite a while and this is too hot to drink. Okay, so this has been sitting here a little while, and you see I finally drank some. Most of it's at the bottom and still at the top. My cup was very hot. That's why I think there's got to be a special cup for Longines tea. I've tried Googling, there isn't. And I was able to pick it up after a few minutes, but it was really warm and it was hard to drink it by putting your teeth to sift out the leaves when it was too hot. I could drink it, but then I kept getting leaves in my mouth and had to spit them back out. Now it's cool enough. It's been sitting here quite a while to touch, and the tea is very good. It's very light. It's like something I would definitely have on a summer afternoon. And I'm able to like put my tea right along the edge of this glass here, my teeth, and drink and not get any of the leaves in my mouth. And it just feels like I'm drinking something, you know, fresh and from the garden. I just love wholesome stuff, real stuff from this one ingredient, tea leaves. Very, very pretty tea leaves, I might add. Very, very. I love the look of these. So I'm going to drink this up and we'll try one of the other methods. Sitting here, am I the only one that plays with their tea? Look at this leaf. I love the shape and how perfect it looks to me. So anyway, so on with the playing with Dragonwell. Do you guys have fun playing with me? I hope so, because I love learning and I love playing. So I couldn't drink quick enough the first infusion, so I have it here strained out because I only have 2 of these cups. And we have 2 more methods. And so back to this method, dragon in the water, we're going to fill it 1/3 of the way and slowly add the tea leaves and then add the rest of the water. So in this video from Verdant Tea, that's how the lady said to do that. So we're going to take this one, fill it 1/3 of the way. I'm imagining the reason for this maybe. I don't know if that's 1/3 of the way or not. I'm going to grab some tea leaves. I don't have too many. I'm going to run out of brew. So I imagine the reason for this is because now the water is really hot. Well, it's the 80 degrees. Look how I'm shaking it to make it do fun things. Get down in there, leaf. So, how fun. So I imagine the reason for this is because you get a good, like, brew like you would in Gaiwan with this smaller amount of water. That definitely makes sense. I don't know how long I need to do that, but I feel like I can get the second one started while this is doing this step. This is what it would look like, though, if it were in a smaller cup. And you wouldn't be able to have the opportunity to add more water if it was in a smaller cup. You'd only have this version. Look how it is standing straight up in the bottom. That's exactly what, when I first experienced this tea in the other video, that's exactly what it said it would do. Straight up and down. See, we got straight up and down here on the top and on the bottom. Okay, so while that brews just a little bit longer, we're going to get the dragon diving underwater. So it says to go ahead and put your dry leaves in the bottom. And I'm not weighing these or anything, which I should be, but I'm playing. So it's like I don't want to put them all in. I want to have another brew left for another day. So there they are in the bottom. And then you're supposed to tip your glass. Oh, I may need assistance for this. I had to get my husband to come hold the phone because I can't tip the glass and pour at the same time. So here we go. And we're supposed to do it so it touches the edge as we pour it in. We've got dog assistance too. It says this way the leaves are in the bottom and then they come up to the top. Well, it is coming up to the top while I'm pouring. That's not what I imagined. That's not what I imagined. So what I imagined, I'll tell you here in a second. Let me put this down. So what I imagined, thank you, dear. When I go on down, dear. So what I imagined is that the leaves would stay on the bottom and then come up, but they actually rose to the top as you were pouring. So this, in effect, is the same as the first version, only you put the leaves in first instead of slowly dropping them in from the top. But it ended up having the same effect because all the leaves are at the top, and now they're going to begin diving underwater. So the first one was called Dragon in the Air, which looked like this. And the third one is Dragon Diving Underwater. It says that it looks like they'll come up to the top like dragons diving in the deep sea. I really didn't get that effect. I somehow didn't do that one right. But now this one is called Dragon in the Water, and we are, you see, it's been steeping for a little bit, and I'm going to go ahead and add more water now. This is the method to me that makes the most sense. The first method of slowly dropping them in, I love how it, remember how I felt like I had to stir the first time? Well, I love this because it's stirring it for me. And then they're separating. So I kind of like the science of Dragon in the Water, the second method, because now the tea, I don't know if you can see it. It looks pretty clear in my video, but not in person. But this tea is already got the yellow pale, the white pale color to it. I think the camera is taking that out. And so the science of it is that it brews like in a gaiwan initially, and then you add more water, and then you can let it set. And look at that one standing straight up. And then you get the same science effect of it. And look at those standing. there they are. Dragon in the water. Dragons diving underwater. I think all the titles apply. How fun is that? So I would do this method like as traditionally to get maybe the best flavor of the tea. And I would do the first method if I was just needing some quiet time of slowly, dropping the leaves in and watching them slowly do their thing in a contemplative, as I said, an introvert. I sometimes need to just sit and think. And it's a mindless activity to allow myself to just sit and think by sitting there and just slowly dropping them in. So this third method is kind of like, it works just like the first method, only you maybe, let's say, somebody who didn't know how to brew it already put the leaves in and you just said, hey, let's go with it. That's what I think about that one. Putting the leaves in the bottom first. This is just my personal thinking, thoughts. As my first experience doing this. This is fun. And the tea is actually pretty good. It's so light that you could just, it's like when you put slices of lemon in water and let it infuse while you still drink it. You get that light, very light lemony taste. This, of course, is a very light tea taste. I feel like you could even do this in the evenings, maybe, like not get as much caffeine. There they are, dragons in the water. I don't know why, but I so love this. I really do. Oh, that one's kind of going back up. It's relaxing just watching them. Okay, I may have to get some more of this Dragonwell. And find me a better cup. I want to count them like I count sheep as they fall one by one. It does take more than 30 seconds to brew this. And it's so light that I feel like you could leave the leaves in and they not get bitter, which is what's so cool. But I think you know when you can drink it is when you can touch your cup. That's still too hot. It's like they break off one at a time and they go so slowly. They don't like all go at the same time.